All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to give you 10 basic tactics to kind of how to benefit you when it comes to the negotiation side of what you're going to be doing as an AE. And first thing I would tell you, negotiation's very much a psychology. If you're not looking at it as that and you're not looking at sales, you have to always understand what you're having your customer feel, how they're receiving you, what their intentions are, when they're closed up, when they're opened up, and all these things. I'm going to go back to your discovery is going to be the biggest key point where you need to extract as much value while you have them as open as possible. As soon as you start selling, as we talked about, that sales wall is going to go up. They're going to become more guarded. They're going to become more concerned about how much information they give you. Now, the first thing I would tell you is the better you reframe negotiation as collaboration, the more the customer will feel like you guys are doing things together. If you're not the person selling and they're the person buying, but you guys are communicating the way to align your value with what they need in value, now it's just, can you give up your time for their money? Those things are going to be where you're going to help. So when you collaborate, not combat with them, you'll find yourself winning more than not. Number two, establish your value ever before price. I mean, you can't ever make price be what the sale is about. It always has to be reframed from price to the value. And now, once again, if you're in a commodity-based business, if I'm selling gas at this corner store and my gas is literally no different than the gas next door, then the price might come into play, but there's always a thing that you can sell that will differentiate you for your competition, you from the person you're selling against, you from who they use right now. Don't make it be about price. When they ask you about price, all they are wondering is what are they getting for the money? So make sure that you are always keeping it value-based in your negotiation. Now, one of the biggest challenges I see younger salespeople struggle with is the fact that they are not able to know what a real objection is versus one of these smokescreen objections that the customers are giving you all the time. The I want to think about it, I've got to talk to the wife, those types of things, they're not real objections. We've got to be able to get past those and dig into the thing they need to think about. Now, I'm not saying you don't ask the customer, so what do you need to think about, or what do you got to talk to the wife about? But you have to understand getting to the real objection is going to be the key for how you to do that. So making sure that you're able to understand using llama, acknowledge, make a statement, ask a question, those are going to be the things that are going to help you getting through those smoke schemes to the objections and then uncovering that with the true value that you have in your negotiation. Guys, number 4, controlling the frame. But you need to be in control at all times. You need the customer to let them feel like they're navigating it, but in reality, you are giving them the grace to navigate. I think of it like the relationship I have with my wife. Sometimes she makes me feel like the boss man. She makes me feel like I'm making the decisions. She's just giving me the permission to make the decisions that she wants me to make, and that's how we, as a salesperson, need to be. We are letting them guide us where we want to guide them. We are the person who knows the way to take them to get them to the destination point. If you truly lose control of the conversation with the customer, you will lose the sale and you'll lose the leverage in the negotiation. Look, at the end of the day, you need to protect your value. You need to trade your time for what they have. That's number 5. Your value. You are trading what you offer for their money. There's always an exchange of goods, not an acquisition of goods. They are not giving you money for nothing. They are giving you money in exchange. You need to make sure that that is the key point of where it is. And as you do your discovery, you're being there. Bringing both sides back to the shared goals. That's number 6. Because once again, you have an agenda in the product that you're trying to offer. They have an agenda in why they need to buy it. Making sure we're meeting in the middle is going to be a key value for you. Understanding and knowing where to hold the line. Almost 70+% of your customers will ask you for a discount. Can I get it for cheaper? You have to know when you should discount and when you shouldn't. I'm a firm believer is if I'm selling the value, I know before I ever even present my product, if I've justified enough value through my discovery for me to be able to hold firm in my price. I don't think that discounting the price is ultimately going to overcome the sale. And the only way I do, if I get a customer that I think is going to be able to do that, then I say, I don't have the ability for me to make that final shot. I've got to consult with a couple other people. Let me ask, if I go fight for you on price, if I can get it down by $200, I don't think I'll be able to do it. But if I can, will I earn your business today? No questions asked. Will I earn your business today if I can get the price down by $200? If and when they say yes, say perfect. Let me find out. I'll give you a call back in 30 minutes and go from there. That's the only time I might give them a discount on price is when I know I don't have enough value, when I know it is about the money and nothing else about the money, and that I have an assurance that if I discount the price, then I know I have a yes behind the scenes, okay? I leave the buyer, I leave them feeling like they won the negotiation. This is a key part. Everybody needs to feel like they won. They need to feel like they gained an advantage on us. That's number 8. Leave the buyer feeling like they won. Number 9, slow down the end game. The faster you can get a customer to the decision, the better chances you're going to have. One of the biggest variables as a sales leader when I look at my pipeline, the faster the sales cycle of the seller is, the higher their revenue is. So if you guys can figure out how to get more one-call closed, and if you can't get a one-call closed, having a concrete appointment set the next day to be able to get a decision, time kills all deals. The faster you can get a customer to say yes or to say no is going to save you so much time wasted in regards to the pipeline. The longer it sits, the better chance it is not going to show up. That's number 9 once again. And then number 10, document the agreement real time. If you get a yes, if you get a no, if you get a I need to think about it, document that process real time. If you aren't able to close them right there in that final call, then make sure you have a concrete call set up. These are 10 things I focus on when teaching my team how to increase sales. If you do this stuff, you will see yourself winning more negotiations than not. Good luck.